Hello my loves, this is Mystique and I welcome you to this digital sacred space. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you were drawn to this video, there is probably a message for you, and today we are going to be looking at how the full moon in Leo, which is on February 5th, is going to be affecting you. What changes is it bringing? How you can use those energies to manifest the dream of your dream life, or any goals if you have those, how you can go towards your passions and not give up on yourself, because Leo is all about yourself, right? It's all about shining. So I'm wondering and curious about what kind of messages are going to come out, and yeah, let's get started. So for pile number 1, we have this deck which is called the Muse Tarot, one of the most beautiful decks I've ever laid my hands on. For pile number 2, we have Tarot of the Divine by 𝘱𝘭𝘭. For pile number 3, we have the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. This is also another beautiful deck, and so we are going to be picking cards together from these decks, and let's see what comes out for you. So I'm gonna start with cleansing the space. Once again, I thank you for being here and sharing your energy. Before I start this reading, I'm already feeling like there's going to be some great messages for you. There's going to be some good news for someone. But yeah, let's see what comes out, what Spirit has to say to you. And I will see you at your piles. Hello and welcome to those of you that chose pile number 1. You chose this deck. Let's pull your tarot cards, spirit guides and angels. For pile number 1, please. So many cards. Alright. Let's flip them over one by one. You have the Emperor reversed. Alright. You are afraid of your own power. That's a very straight message that I'm getting from this card. You have so much potential. You have so much that you can accomplish. It's really like beyond your wildest dreams. Like Spirit is saying you don't even know what you're capable of. You don't even know what you're capable of. And with this full moon in Leo, you have to find a way to embrace your power. You have to find a way to be a powerful creator of your own life, to have control over your own life. This is not a pathological control, but it's more like, I'm not going to go with the flow of things because I know I have desires and I am deserving and worthy of fulfilling them. I'm deserving and worthy, and I can have and be and do anything and everything I want. A very straightforward message from the first card itself. Let's see. Wow, 6 of Voices. This card to me always talks about how Spirit has your back. How Spirit has your back. So why I'm saying this is because look at this. You see how it almost looks like magic, how she's kind of like leading her, even though it looks like she's about to fall off or something. But I feel like with 2023 or with this full moon, there's going to be a lot of unknown changes, or the changes that you might not expect or you might not have seen or anticipated. But Spirit is holding you through it. Like this is divine guidance. You see her, right? But she's not looking at her, but she is the one who's guiding her with her magic. And it's like Spirit is guiding you with their magic towards your dreams and what you want. But sometimes, you know, you go like this and you go like this, you go like this, and it might not be clear, like the path to your goal might not be as straightforward as you thought, but regardless, you are on the right track and spirit has got your back. Yeah, I did have a feeling that the devil was going to come out. I'm hearing you have to cut off any addictions or anything. What is this card about, spirit? You want me to pull other cards? Hold on, let me just tune into the energy of this card and see if there's a message for you. I feel like you might be going through an ego death, or your life might be all about transformation, intense transformation. And you know, transformations do not feel good. I feel a little bit of your energy as you're watching this reading right now, 3 minutes in. I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know that it's tough on you to constantly be a new you. Even though you know that that's what is best for you, sometimes it's difficult. And it doesn't mean that it gets easier, right? But you see how this butterfly is rising, literally. It looks like it's rising from the hell or something. Look at that. Such a beautiful thing. And it's like the fires, the burning fires of your life have made you stronger. The burning fires of your life are what help you shine bright. And it's like the full moon in Leo energy is helping you shine. But a lot of this has to do with a lot of your past experiences that might have been painful and might have triggered a change, might have triggered a transformation. Like we see you coming out of the cocoon as a butterfly, and it's like you have transformed, or you're in the midst of transforming, which is why it's not feeling good. So that's what's happening. Pile number 1, if you needed any clarity on that, about what's happening, this is what it was happening for you. I'm also seeing, like, again with her controlling the being in control of the threads here. As you can see, she's holding these threads. Again, I feel like this is talking about not letting go of your desires, not letting go of yourself, and really tuning into yourself to know what you want and go towards your desires. If you don't even know what you want, then you definitely cannot proceed forward, right? Now, let's see your other cards. We have the 7 of inspiration. Yes, your core beliefs, your negative or negative core beliefs. I'm hearing lack mentality. That is what holds you hostage. You are the only person who's getting in your own way. Like, you are the only thing that's getting in your own way. The universe wants to give you everything, and like, you see how this light is available. A light is available, but it's like she's pushing against those walls because she's afraid that they are going to, stamp out her light, which is not true. Pile number 1, nothing can stamp out your light. Nobody can take something from you that belongs to you. They might take things away from you. Like, somebody might steal things away from you, like your money. They might find a way to do that, but they cannot steal you away from yourself. And with the full moon in Leo, I think spirit is telling me to give you a very strong message, and that is, you know what, it is time to release those beliefs. It is time to come out of your cocoon. It's like your butterfly, you're done transforming almost, and you just have to come out of the cocoon, but there is a little bit of fear there. What's going to happen? Will people like me? And it's like, you are meant to shine bright. You are meant to shine bright. Please do not underestimate yourself and your potential. And we got it just below the Emperor reversed. So to step into the Emperor energy, to be a powerful creator of your own life, you need to realize that you already have it all. You already have it all, and divine guidance is always there for you. And I know you've lived a difficult life, and I know you probably won't believe when I say that you can do it, but somewhere deep down you know that you can, but consciously you might not believe it. And that is what you need to do. You need to consciously believe excuse me, that you can have and do and be everything and anything that you want to be. we have the Hanged Muse under the Devil, and we have 10 of Wands under the 6 of Voices. I do feel like you carry a lot of baggage. You carry a lot of baggage with you, and that's what holds you down. What kind of baggage is this, Spirit? Like, if you experience some kind of traumatic event, I'm sorry, pile number 1, if you have experienced any such thing. I just saw 0808. Yeah, so that might be an angel number for you. You might want to look up 0808 for you. Yeah, back to the reading. You might carry a lot of pain within you, and it's like Spirit is telling you, with the full moon in Leo, you cannot shine if you keep carrying things that hold you down. It's like if you are on an uphill journey, your goal is to go to the top of a mountain, you will try to carry less baggage with you. You want to make it easy as possible. You don't want to make the journey difficult, right? And it's like, throw away the things that are unnecessary. Throw away the things that are not relevant to you anymore. And what are the things that are irrelevant? It's the fact that somebody hurt you, the fact that people tried to dim you, the fact that people made you feel like you're powerless. All of these things, all of these beliefs, it is time that you throw it away. It is time with the full moon energy. And these energies, I feel like, are bringing you confidence. They're bringing you like a lot of strength and courage. And it's time that you step into it, because everything is already there. The question is only of you, opening the door and going in. Like, that's all the decision you have to make. And you might be scared what's going to happen. Let go of your worries, because Spirit has your back, my love. Let go of your worries. Truly. And we have the Hanged Muse, right? Which is the Hanged Man. What does the Hanged Man talk about? It talks about surrender. It talks about not being in control. So you have the Emperor reversed here, and you have the Hanged Muse. And that tells me the combination of these two cards, the first and the last card coming in your spread, tells me that you don't believe that you're a powerful creator of your own life. You believe that things just happen and that you have to accept it. You don't have to accept things that make you feel bad, pile number 1. You have the right, and you deserve, and you can change things as you want. So when you come to know what you don't want, you can always go in the direction of what you do want. I hope you remember that, my dear pile number 1s, because these messages that I got from your tarot cards, they were really loud. And I was not going to pick like 6 tarot cards, but that's what came out for you. So, we have to do what Spirit says. And so I just went with it and pulled out 6 cards for you. So the past 10-minute reading was a very important reading for you. But I wanted to pull some cards from this deck, which is the Monology deck, since we're doing a full moon reading today. I am feeling this card. Universe, is there anything pile number 1 can do to become more powerful? All right. We've got 2 cards. I think I'll stick to that. We have... Oh my god, I love when readings do this. You guys, this always happens. But I always get so shocked. Like, it is so much fun, and it's just, I feel so loved. And I feel that you are so loved, and it makes me so happy, pile number 1, when this happens, that when I say something and it's a clear sign from Spirit too. Look at that. It says first quarter moon in Aries. What did I say about that? This is like double confirmation. You've got to step in your power, pile number 1. I feel like you're afraid to do that. There's no need to be afraid. You have the full moon in Leo. I cannot. And we have the full moon in Leo in February. Wow, the synchronicities with this reading. I am blown away by your cards. Dear pile number 1, I am blown away by your cards. And both of them are fire signs with Aries and Leo. and you have full moon in Leo, go wild. Wow, this is really like doubly emphasizing the fact that listen, pile number one, it is time you step into your power. It is time you be so fearlessly yourself. It is time you be so confident. It is time you feel so good about yourself. It is time you feel so happy with yourself and about yourself. It is time that you feel content and joy right now for who you are, because you have come so far. You've been on a long journey of introspection, and you have come so far. You've done so much inner work, outer work. Let go of this baggage, my dear pile number one, because it's holding you down, and you cannot carry all of this forward into your new phase, which I feel like full moon in Leo is going to bring you. You cannot carry so much with you in the next phase of your life. Look at this lion roaring. I feel like the reason why you might have had trouble stepping into your power is because people tried to dim it, or people were against it somehow, or you were made to feel like being powerful is dangerous, or being powerful will mean that you might get ostracized from your community or your group. Saying your opinions fearlessly, being yourself fearlessly, being confident fearlessly. You might be afraid of those things, and it's like it is time to let go of that fear. I'm being asked to stress it to you. It is time. It is time. It is time. It is time. It is time you let go of that fear. It is time you step into the unknown. The unknown has so much beauty. The unknown has so much beauty and wildness, like things that are beyond your wildest dreams, is what is happening for you with this full moon in Leo. And it all starts with you. It all starts with you stepping into your power. It all starts with you knowing that you're worthy and you're confident, knowing that you can bring about the changes that you want to bring about in your life, knowing that you are not alone. You're not alone in this, because Spirit is with you, divine guidance is with you and available to you and for you at all times. Do not hesitate to ask for help from your spirit guides, because they are there for you. And it is time that you shine. Okay, I think I will end your reading here. Thank you so much, my dear pile number ones, for being with me. I thank your spirit guides and my spirit guides for giving me the necessary messages to you. And yeah, this was such a beautiful reading with a full moon in Leo. You will find your power. I believe in you, pile number one, and I have faith in you, pile number one, and hopefully I'll see you soon in my next video. I love you. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome, my dear pile number twos, if you chose this deck, which is the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshi Yoshitani. Let's pull some cards. I'm not going to waste time saying hi to you because I plan to do a short reading for you. So I don't want to waste time, and let's pull more cards for you. Okay, this wants to come out a lot. This wants to come out. I think that's it. Okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. I don't know why, but I just felt I'm going to take this card. This was at the back of the deck, so let's keep it here. And let's start with your first card. What was it? You have the Two of Swords. Alright, beautiful. Okay. So Two of Swords. You are at a crossroad right now, an important crossroad. You might have an important decision. Like, I feel like you're standing on the verge of making an important decision. And I feel like it might be a lose-lose situation, or it looks like it might be a lose-lose situation. It's like if you do this, then there is a kind of problem. But if you go this way, then there is a kind of problem. And it's like I am stuck in a limbo and I don't know what to do. Oh, if that resonates, this is your pile. Let me see other cards. You have the Tower. Oh, so this decision, the reason why you're feeling so stuck, is because you're going through a transformation right now. There are structures and things that are falling apart in your life, but don't be scared when you hear that things are falling apart, because the old things, the things that do not work anymore, have to fall apart for new things to take its place. So don't be scared. I feel good energy with this card, honestly, and I feel really good energy with this deck. I don't feel like this is something bad that is coming for you or bad that is happening to you. I feel like for the full moon energy to come into your life, my dear pile number twos, it has to first clear out the things that do not work. It has to first clear out, and we have the moon here. So I feel like there's something hidden from you at the moment. If spirit tells us, if spirit reveals to us what it is, I will definitely tell you. But what I what I get from this card is like there is a way for you to get out of this kind of stuck energy, that this kind of fear of, oh my god, everything's falling apart. I feel almost kind of like an energy that is like this, like you're shaking or something inside. It might not be outwardly visible, but I feel like some of your anxiety, and I'm sorry if I made you more anxious by saying that things are falling apart, but trust me, spirit is telling you this change is bringing so much good for you, you cannot even anticipate. But things have to first fall apart, which means that whatever is falling apart is probably not good for you or doesn't serve you, and so it's falling apart. We do have like Wheel of Fortune heading your reading, so I definitely believe that. And you have the King of Wands. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Let me just, wow, you have the Emperor and you have the Three of Swords. I cannot believe it, my dear pile number two. You have the King of Wands and the Emperor. For me, it's a very similar energy, since the King of Wands is also a fire sign. Confirmation. Wow, so full moon in Leo is bringing in a lot of power. Pile 1 was also a lot about being powerful and embracing that power, being the creator of your own life, and I feel like this is a kind of a similar theme. So you might come from pile number 1, you don't have to. There might be a message for you. If you did feel called to pile number 1, you might want to watch it, but if you don't, it's completely fine. I do see it's almost like pile 2 is like the continuation of pile 1. For those of you that did choose pile 1 and you're watching pile 2 after pile 1, I'm being shown like this will be your aftermath. What are you going to get after all of that work? What are you going to get after believing in yourself? You're going to get a huge fortune that is going to feel like you're caught up in it. Like you will feel so loved and so blessed that it's going to be something that you didn't see even in your wildest dreams. You could not have anticipated even in your wildest dreams. It's something like that. And it's beautiful. And I feel like you're going to go from that, like that kind of shaking energy. Oh my god, what should I do? Everything's falling apart. I don't know what's happening. I'm confused. What kind of transformation is happening right now? I need some clarity, spirit. I don't know what's happening. Why is this happening? You might be in that kind of energy. And it's like there's a complete 180 shift where you will be like, yes, I'm choosing to rest. I'm choosing to close my eyes and relax completely. That's what you're saying to yourself. Or you will be saying to yourself, or you should say to yourself, I am completely relaxed and I am at peace, because I know whatever's falling apart is falling apart in my favor. Things fall apart just to fall back into place. That's something that I read somewhere, and I'm hearing that. I am also seeing these peacock feathers. Peacock feathers is like one of the most showy birds. You know how like the peacock birds are, right? They're extremely beautiful and they have such an extravagant appearance with the multitude of colors being in their feathers. There is no other bird like peacock. So I feel like you have a certain kind of uniqueness that you hold back. just because people might have labeled you weird or you were made to feel like you're weird. And full moon in Leo is telling you, you know what, embrace that authenticity, because it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. Pile number 2, you don't even know how beautiful you are, outside and inside. I feel like you have a very unique perspective on the world. You have, like, the way you look at things and your appearance is very unique, and people might not completely grasp and understand who you are completely, which makes you feel alone and isolated, as if you don't have friends, as if you don't have anybody that understands you. And I'm being told to tell you that you got to embrace your authenticity. The moment you embrace that, I feel like there's some kind of good luck coming in for you, there's some kind of good news coming in for you. So I think you're that pile. I see. I feel like you're that pile. I did say that I felt some people in the collective who are going to be watching this video get a good news, because full moon in Leo is bringing some kind of good fortune and good news for you. So you're that pile. You're that pile. What is the Three of Swords about? I feel like there's somebody around you, or there used to be somebody around you. It could be one person or more than one person. The reason why they felt good, like they seem like this is a kind of like malicious energy where they got off on you dimming yourself. You see how her cape is made of feathers and we have the King of Wands here, and we also see a lot of feathers here. So I feel like that's not a coincidence, because both of these cards are falling right, just below the other. And I feel like this person's intentions are hidden from you. Oh, so that's what's hidden from you. Okay, I get it, Spirit. So this person's intentions or words or the way they make you feel bad about yourself is something that's hidden from you, and you might have trouble seeing that this person is the one who's problematic. So the reason why you can't embrace yourself is because this person or group of people are making you feel like you shouldn't be embracing yourself, or that the way you are problematic. And it's like you take their words and make them your own. You can't do that, my dear pile number 2. You absolutely cannot. Especially if they do not have good intentions. And honestly, I don't feel good intentions from them. I don't feel an extremely like malicious, narcissistic kind of energy either. It's like if you let them affect you, they will keep affecting you. And you have a lot of major arcanas. You have like 3 major arcanas. So this is a major change that full moon is bringing you. And you have the Emperor, of course. I'm hearing stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself and don't be a pushover. I'm feeling called to take cards from another oracle deck, so I'm going to pick cards for you. So for pile number 2, please, you have the Thunder reversed. Alright, let's see what's that about. Legends speak of great... I'm just going to read it myself and come back because I don't want to waste your time. So just give me a moment and I'll come back. I'm just reading your paragraph and look, it is so accurate. It's more accurate than like what I'm trying to say in your reading. So we have the Thunder reversed, right? Let's read it together. Do you feel like unnecessary drama is waylaying your life? Could you be exhausted from listening to others tell you their never-ending victim story? Or could you be telling yourself a version of the same? It's time for an about face. You're being warned that to continue on this path will cause you to regret your choices, even if they appear benign or familiar. It's time to say no to drama, both yours and others. Focus on solutions rather than problems. You are worthy of a drama-free life. I cannot believe it. Because full moon in Leo usually talks about drama. And I was going to pull a card from this deck, right? We have full moon in Aries, and like we have so many cards here. With first quarter moon, we have new moons. But I felt called to draw a card from this deck. So I feel like if you are constantly in your victim mentality, you're not going to be able to shine. If you are constantly in victim mentality, or if you're listening to people around you who do not believe that they can make the necessary changes in their life, then you're going to absorb that and start feeling the same. And it's like pile number 2, you've got to say no to those people. You've got to put in strong boundaries. You've got to stand firm, and you've got to believe that you can do what it takes to accomplish whatever it is that you want, or to have the life of your dreams. It doesn't have to be so extreme. It doesn't have to be about goals and all that. But I do feel like if you stay around with these people, as we saw, the message was pretty clear, you might regret that you chose to be around people that are constantly talking about and are in the mode of feeling powerless or believing that they are powerless, which means they do not believe that they are powerful creators of their own life. And they certainly are not thinking in that way. They're not thinking in a higher evolved way. Like a person who knows who is a powerful creator would have a different kind of mindset, right? And I see in your cards that if you want to get to this 10, which is like the ultimate dream life, whatever you consider perfect or whatever you hold as your highest dream, what you feel like is unachievable is actually achievable. It's actually doable. But not if you stay around people that have a victim mentality, people that cause a lot of drama in your life. So that is what this tower is talking about. I feel like spirit is like trying to clean up away, trying to keep you away and clean up all these people and what they've done in your life. Like they might have done something that caused something to fall apart in your life, and spirit is like cleaning up the aftermath. Spirit is cleaning up the aftermath, and that is why spirit is telling you through me to really focus on yourself and not get caught up in so much drama of other people. So I feel like this is you who's hiding like behind a curtain. It's alright, pile number 2. I understand if you're afraid. I understand. But there's a lot of fortune headed your way. There's a lot of fortune headed your way. If you make the choice to dance to the beat of your own drum and to be unique, then there's a lot of fortune heading your way. It's like you're being rewarded for all of this work that you're doing, for putting yourself first in an emotional way and really putting your mental health first. So that's why you might be caught in a limbo. Maybe that's a decision. Should I keep them or should I not keep them? It's like they might be helping you with your homework or something, but it's like they keep criticizing you. This is just an example, but it's like they keep criticizing you. If you go to them, listen, I need to learn this math equation, and they'll be like, oh yeah, sure, I can teach you, but they'll criticize you the whole time, and it gets exhausting. And it's like, you want to learn math, but not like that. And so it's like, be really, really clear about what you want with the full moon in Leo, because that's what's going to come true. I feel like your wish is going to be fulfilled. So right now you need to really, really ask yourself what exactly it is you want. What kind of friends do you want? What kind of people do you want to surround yourself with after this transformation is over? And you've got to step into that energy. And when you finally step into that Emperor energy, that full moon in Leo is helping you with it. This wheel of fortune is going to come in fast. It's like you won't even be able to see this blessing. It's going to come that quickly. You won't even be able to see this blessing. And that's what I see for you, my dear pile number 2s. Such beautiful messages for you too. I take this moment to thank your spirit guides and my spirit guides for helping me relay these beautiful messages to you. And I thank all of the cards and card decks that we used today for the beautiful imagery that helped me interpret the messages and guidance for my dear pile number 2s. I thank you so much for being here. You have such good energy and such good presence. Please consider liking or subscribing or even commenting and let me know if the reading resonated with you. Yeah, and hopefully I will see you back in another video. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye, my dear pile number 2s. Hello and welcome, my dear pile number 3. If you chose this deck, which is called the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck, let's pick it up and pull your cards, shall we? So one of the reasons why I like this deck so much, if you can see the cards, they are gold embossed. You see that? And I thought that that was such a fitting theme with the full moon Leo. So the very first thing, like even before I started the recording, your spirit guides took me to the fact that the cards here are like gold embossed. I don't know what this is called. Maybe this is called gold foiling. But it's like, you see how it shines? You see all that gold? Yeah. And it's like the very first thing that's coming to me. They're telling you, they're showing me in capital letters, SHINE. Shine, my dear pile number 3s. That is the very first message for you. Your spirit guides love you so much. I can feel their love. Okay, so for pile number 3, please give us cards for... Wow, I'm taking that one. More cards, please. More cards, please. More cards, please. No. More cards, please. No. Okay, wait a second. More cards, please. For my pile number 3. Oh, a lot of cards came out for you. So let's look at the very first card that is heading your reading is 10 of Cups. So you're probably feeling, or you're going to be feeling, extremely emotionally fulfilled. I feel like you're at that journey where you know that you know your worth, you know what you deserve, and it's like your soul is at peace. Or you will be feeling like this soon. It's like your soul is at peace. I also see a happy family, so you might be married or you might have a very happy family, and that which is something that you dreamed about, and it's like your dream came true and you're feeling content, you're feeling beautiful, you're feeling fine. Let's look at other cards and see what messages they have for you. You have the King of Wands reversed. Alright. You have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. You have the Temperance. Wow. Okay. You have the 9 of Swords. You have the Fool in reverse just below 5 of Pentacles. Alright. And you have Judgment. Alright. You have 7 of Wands in reversed. Okay. So the very first thing that I'm getting from the 7 of Wands reversed is that, and we got the first card that was heading your reading was the 10 of Cups, and the last card was 7 of Wands reversed. And 7 of Wands always talks about like being defensive, right? But only when it is upright. But we have that card in reverse, which is great because that means you've healed from that. You've healed from some kind of situation that made you feel trapped, that made you feel defensive, like you always need to be guarded. And I feel like you've healed that and you were like, you know what, I don't feel like I need to I don't want to feel like I have to constantly watch my back just to protect myself. It's too much, and so I'm just going to let this go. And whatever you let go of, that was the correct decision, because we have the judgment on top, right? And it's like, I feel like at that time you didn't know whether that was the correct decision or not, but I'm being asked to tell you, dear pal number threes, it was a correct decision. It's like you've ascended. You see how they're coming out of the smoke and water, and you have ascended. That was you going towards a higher evolution. You've also worked a lot on your lack mindset. It's like I feel like you have a little bit of trouble stepping into the unknown, because you might be afraid of what the unknown holds. And I'm seeing, I read this once, and I want to share it with you. And it says, we are not afraid of the unknown. We are afraid of what we think we know about the unknown. And it's like, how do you know that the unknown is scary? How do you know that the future is blurry? How do you know that the future is going to be something that you do not enjoy? You don't know that. And it's like, Spirit is asking me to tell you that yes, we understand. Your spirit team is telling me to tell you, they understand that you're afraid, and that you have a fear of stepping into the unknown. But it's like, you have a fear of a new beginning, I'm seeing. And it's like, you have a lot of worries, and you're really anxious with the Nine of Swords being here. But you see how the Nine of Swords is here. We don't actually have like an external enemy that is threatening her, right? Like, we did not get the Devil card, right? And it's like, you're your own enemy, in the sense of like, your anxieties, when your anxiety or your worries get the best of you, you start believing in things that are really negative and untrue. Like, they're false. Like, you could have a tendency to fall into like negative scenarios in your head. Like, if you were just traveling by train, you would be like, oh my god, what if the train falls down? Oh my god, what if the bridge falls down? And you have those kind of like thoughts and scenarios, and it's like, you can't do anything to stop it. I feel like you're working on that, but at this time, I feel like it's difficult for you to kind of stop that level of thought process. I see that you worked a lot on your lack mentality, and I see that you know that universe is providing for you, universe is taking care of you, and your spirit team is telling me to tell you to be in that energy always, and not just sometimes. Be in that energy always, the energy of knowing that you're beautiful, knowing that you're content, knowing that your cup will be filled, knowing that you're taken care of, you're protected, you're safe, you're secure, you're held in the arms of the universe, and that balance will be restored. You have the Temperance and Judgment, both of the cards, which have a very Libran energy and also talk about balance. So I feel like, but we got it upright, right? And I feel like once you face this fear, it will help you be more confident. It's like, you go on this new beginning, and you just trust spirit, and you take that first step, and the first step will lead to the second step. The second step leads to the third step. The third step leads to the fourth step. And one day you'll look back, and it's like you're 20 steps ahead of where you started from. But it doesn't begin unless you take that first step. And it's like, don't worry, we are not expecting you to be at 20 directly. We are not expecting you to be at step 50 directly. We're going one by one, because that's what's comfortable with you. Your spirit guides are saying that to me, that we're taking her or him. I don't know, you might be a female watching this, because I heard her, but you don't have to be. You don't have to identify with female gender. You could be anybody. But they're telling me that they are taking you step by step, and you're guided step by step. So don't feel like you need to just like take a whole leap, like directly to the step 20. All you need to do is take a small leap of faith towards step 1, and step 1 will lead to beautiful things, which will be your step 2. Step 2s will take you to more beautiful things, which will be step 3. And once you start going through those steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're looking back and you're like, oh my god, I used to be afraid of step 1. I used to be afraid of step 2. Look how far I've come. And it's like that is what is making you confident about yourself. And I feel like with the full moon in Leo, it really wants to bring in confidence. It wants you to see your own potential. But it cannot begin unless you take that step 1. Right? If other people are saying to you, you can't do it, whatever, like, don't listen to it. For whatever reason you have this fear of the unknown, just try to not focus on that, because so much happiness is there for you. So much happiness is there for you at the end. We have the 10 of Cups, which was the first card that came out for you, my dear pile number 3. I hope you understand and see the significance of that. 10 of Cups is like the ultimate emotional fulfillment. You didn't even get a 9, you got the 10. You got the 10, and it's like Spirit wants to give you all. And we have the Temperance. I'm being also asked to tell you to love yourself. Love yourself through the journey. If during step 1 you have anxiety, instead of crying like this, like her hands are upwards, hiding her face, right? You see how it is? Instead of doing that, just embrace yourself like this. I am sending a virtual hug to you, my dear pile number 3s. Me too. But I do see that Spirit is watching over you, and I feel like you don't believe that, or you might not be able to see your spirit team, and because of that you feel like you're alone in a huge world and that you have to do everything alone. That's not true, my dear pile number 3s. You're not alone. You're not alone. Loneliness might have been something that you struggled with, I see. But you're not alone, my dear pile number 3s. Your spirit team is literally with you. Like, it was easiest to connect to your spirit guides, my pile number 3. I don't know who you are. But the moment I even picked up the cards, I already told you, right? I got the first message before I started the reading. Like, they were just here in an instant. The messages just started pouring in just like that. And I didn't even have to make an effort to connect with your energy, because it was just like that. It was like a snap. It's like your thought patterns of consistent negative thought patterns will hold you back, and consistent patterns of thought become beliefs. Beliefs become behavior. Behavior becomes life, because it becomes personality, right? And it's like, we no longer want you to do it. Oh, your spirit guides just said it through me. We no longer want you to do that. We no longer... There's some kind of channel message, so I'm just going to channel it for you. We no longer want you to stay in that energy of you constantly being worried and haunted by your own thoughts. We want you to be free of your own negative thoughts. But one cannot get rid of negative thoughts. All one can do is shift your focus back to yourself, shift your focus back to thoughts that make you feel good. So instead of thinking a thought where you felt defensive, you felt attacked, think of a thought that makes you feel good. In that moment, ask yourself, what are the thoughts that would make me feel good right now? Do I think that the sunlight is beautiful? Do I love that I have food on my table? Do I love my couch? Do I love my books? Do I love the kind of music I listen to? Gear yourself and steer yourself towards things that feel good. I'm seeing a boat. Your spirit guides are showing me a boat, and that boat is just floating around in the water, because the person who's sitting inside the boat is not using, what are those called, paddles? That person is not using the paddles to go in the direction of what they want, and so they're just floating around on the sea. And it's like your spirit guides are telling me that you are not meant to live your life like that. Like, you are not a person, you are not somebody who's going to fade in the background. You're not meant to fade in the background. You're meant to be in spotlight. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to be seen, you're meant to be heard. But if you keep holding yourself back with these patterns of thought, you're the only person who's going to suffer because of it. And your spirit guides really, really do not want that. I feel like I feel they are worried. I mean, I'm not feeling worry because, they don't worry. They always are aligned with your highest well-being. So they do not worry. But I just feel like they want to give you strong messages. And let me pick a card for you. Just one more card. Any guidance, my dear spirit guides? Wow, this happened in pile number 2 as well. Step up and lead. Wow, I love when cards do this. I will say something and then literally the card will say the same thing. And I didn't even see. I love when this happens. I've been doing readings for quite a long time, but I just enjoy it so much. It brings me so much joy to do these readings. And when I see that cards will just line up in the most perfect and nonsensical way, and it's so amazing. I see all of these mountains in this card, and I see like a darkness because it's a new moon card, right? So that is why I feel like you cannot see step 20 right now, right? Using the same example as I did in the previously, you might not be able to see step 20 right now, but you don't have to be there. So it's like you don't have to figure out everything right now, right? One more card, please. You don't have to figure out everything right now. They're giving me 2 cards for you. You don't have to figure out everything right now. You can just take step 1 and then step 2 and then step 3, and one day you'll look back and boom, you have come so far. Let's see, what card is this? We have the circle. Beautiful. And we have the witness reversed. I feel like, this is one of those decks that is like so accurate that it shocks me. It will literally take me by surprise. That's how accurate the cards of this deck are. So I'm going to read the passage out for you because I feel like your spirit wants to talk to you directly. So I'm not going to challenge these cards. Just hold on a minute. Yeah. So we have the circle upright, right? When the circle appears, it reminds you that you are connected to everything and everyone, including spirit. Wow. Spirit's essence beats in your heart and inspires you to co-create your world, knowing that you count and that you have a purpose in this world. Imagine even a smile to a stranger can change the course of a life. When Circle invites you to dance in the sacred steps of life, know that your work, your love, your service brings greater value than you know. Stay the course and keep dancing, and all will be well. That is so beautiful. So the circle talks about inclusivity, the fact that we are all one. I'm hearing oneness. Yeah, I did see like a similar theme before, but I forgot to say it. I don't know if I said it because there were so many messages coming in. But basically it was like you might have a family, and if you are a wife, if you are a mother, or then it's like there is something else you want because there is a feeling of like unfulfillment or dissatisfaction, and it doesn't mean that you are unhappy or anything like that. You could be if you're not a mother, but it's just like there was a feeling of like dissatisfaction, and spirit is telling me that you are connected to spirit and that you co-create your world, and so they will be guiding you through the steps. Like don't worry because they will be guiding you through the steps. Don't feel like you have to do it alone. Wow. Let's see the witness. Acknowledge your preconceptions, ideas, and feelings about the situation you are in, but resist the urge to change any of it. Do not fall back into your controlling patterns. Instead, take a few breaths and connect with the joy of not having to perform. hold space for the world to keep spinning on its own. Wow. All right. This is beautiful. I mean, this was pretty straightforward. I don't think I need to interpret anything in this. So they're asking you to resist the urge to continuously like change things. How interesting. They're asking you to change the need to keep controlling things, because things are being taken care of. Things are being taken care of even when you're not able to see it. Things are working out in your favor behind the scenes. New moon, right? We cannot see anything during new moons. Beautiful. Okay, I think I will end your reading here, my dear pile number 3s. I take this moment to thank my spirit guides and your spirit guides for helping me relay the necessary messages to you. I thank you, all of the card decks that we used. I bow down to your energy and your imagery. Thank you so much for making it so easy for me to give pile number 3 the necessary messages. I really want to thank your spirit guides. They came through for you. It was so easy to connect with them. And don't be scared, my dear pile number 3s. You're going to step up and lead. Don't be scared about how you're going to do it, because this full moon in Leo is bringing you a lot of clarity, wisdom, confidence, without you even doing anything, like we saw in the witness reversed, right? And I really wish that for you with my whole heart. And if you like this video, consider liking, subscribing, or commenting. Let me know if this reading resonated with you. And hopefully I will see you soon in my next video. And I hope you have a lovely week, my dear beautiful pile number 3s. I'll see you soon. Bye.